ESPN is a U.S.-based global cable and satellite television channel that is owned as a joint venture between the Walt Disney Company and Hearst Corporation. The channel focuses on sports-related programming including live and recorded event telecasts, sports talk shows, and other original programming. ESPN broadcasts primarily from studios located in Bristol, Connecticut. The network also operates offices in Miami, New York City, Seattle, Charlotte, and Los Angeles. John Skipper is ESPN's current president, a position he has held since January 1, 2012. While ESPN is one of the most successful sports networks, it has been subject to criticism, which includes accusations of biased coverage, conflict of interest, and controversies with individual broadcasters and analysts. As of August 2013, approximately 97,736,000 American households receive ESPN. History. Founded by Bill Rasmussen, his sons Scott Rasmussen and Aetna insurance agent Ed Egan, ESPN launched on September 7, 1979 in Connecticut, under the direction of Chet Simmons, the network's president and CEO. The Getty Oil Company provided funding to begin the new venture via executive Stuart Evey. ESPN's signature telecast, SportsCenter, debuted with the network and aired its 50,000th episode on September 13, 2012. In early 2009, ESPN opened an office and studio facility in Los Angeles located at LA Live, from which the late-night edition of SportsCenter is now broadcast. SportsCenter's iconic theme was written by John Colby, a Grammy-winning composer, producer and music director. High Definition, ESPN launched its high-definition simulcast feed, originally branded as ESPN HD, on March 20, 2001. All studio shows based in Bristol and at LA Live, along with most live event telecasts, are broadcast by ESPN in high definition. ESPN is one of the few networks with an all-digital infrastructure. Footage from non-HD sources is presented in 4:3 standard definition with stylized pillar boxing. Pardon the Interruption and Around the Horn began airing in HD on September 27, 2010, with the relocation of the production of both shows to the building housing the ABC News Washington Bureau. ESPN, as with Disney ABC's other broadcast and cable networks, uses the 720p HD resolution format because ABC executives proposed a progressive scan signal that resolves fluid and high-speed motion in sports better, particularly during slow-motion replays. In 2011, ESPN HD began to downplay its distinct promotion logo in preparation for a shift of his standard definition feed from a 4:3 full screen to a letterboxed format, which occurred on June 1 of that year. Programming. Alongside its live sports broadcasts, ESPN also airs a variety of sports highlight, talk, and documentary-style shows. These include SportsCenter, the flagship program of ESPN, a daily sports news program delivering the latest sports news and highlights, Around the Horn, competitive debating between 4 sports writers across the country, Baseball Tonight, a daily recap of the day's Major League Baseball stories that airs throughout the baseball season, College Game Day, weekly college basketball show airing from the Saturday primetime game of the week site, College Game Day, weekly college football preview show airing from the site of a major college football game, E60, an investigative journalism news magazine show focusing on American and international sports, Mike and Mike, a simulcast of ESPN Radio's morning show, focusing on current sports stories, Monday Night Countdown, weekly recap show aired on Monday evenings during the NFL season, also serves as the pre-game show for Monday Night Football, Outside the Lines, talk and debate show that examines critical sports issues on and off the field of play, Pardon the Interruption, Tony Kornheiser and Michael Wilburn debate an array of sports topics, Sports Nation, poll-driven show based on audience participation, including material generated or suggested by viewers, Sunday NFL Countdown, weekly preview show that airs on Sunday mornings during the NFL season, Executives. John Skipper, President, ESPN, Incorporated. Sean Broches, Executive Vice President, Sales and Marketing, Christine Driessen, Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer, Ed Durso, Executive Vice President, Administration, Charles Pagano, Executive Vice President and Chief Technology Officer, Norby Williamson, Executive Vice President, Programming, Russell Wolfe, Executive Vice President and Managing Director, ESPN International, John Wildhack, Executive Vice President, Production, John Costner, Executive Vice President, Digital and Print Media, John A. Walsh, Executive Vice President and Executive Editor. In popular culture, ESPN has been a part of popular culture since its inception. Many movies with a general sports theme will include ESPN announcers and programming into their storylines, such as in Dodgeball, a true underdog story, which gently lampoons the channel's multiple outlets by referencing the as-yet non-existent ESPN8, the Yoko, a reference to a nickname formerly used for ESPN2, the Deuce. The slogan for the network was "If it's almost a sport, you'll find it here." Cyclist Lance Armstrong appears in a scene and says he loves the channel. In the film The Waterboy, Adam Sandler's character Bobby Boucher has his college football accomplishments tracked through several fictional SportsCenter newscasts, including the Bourbon Bowl. ESPN.com page 2 columnist Bill Simmons often jokes that he is looking forward to running a future network. SportsCenter anchors appeared as themselves in music videos by Brad Paisley and Hootie and the Blowfish. And the 1998 ABC series Sports Night was based on an ESPN-style network and its titular, SportsCenter analog flagship sports results program. Ron Burgundy, Will Ferrell's character from the film Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, fictitiously auditions for a position on SportsCenter just days before the network's launch in 1979, and fails miserably. He then claims that the idea will never become popular, and will be a financial and cultural disaster. This was originally shot as a SportsCenter piece celebrating ESPN's 25th anniversary in 2004, and was subsequently included as an extra on the Anchorman DVD. Many jokes have been made by comedians about fake obscure sports that are shown on ESPN. Dennis Miller mentioned watching sumo rodeo, while George Carlin stated that ESPN showed Australian dick wrestling. One of several Saturday Night Live sketches poking fun at the network features ESPN2 airing a show called Scottish Soccer Hooligan Weekly, which includes a fake advertisement for senior women's beach lacrosse. SNL also parodies ESPN Classic with fake archived obscure women's sportscasts from the 1980s such as bowling, weightlifting and curling, with announcers who know nothing about the sport, and instead focus on the sponsors, which are always women's hygiene products. In the early years of ESPN, Late Night with David Letterman even featured a top 10 list poking fun at some of the obscure sports seen on ESPN at the time. One of the more memorable sports on the list was Amish rake fighting. A recurring skit on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon named Sports Freak Out is a parody of SportsCenter's overexcited anchors. An occasional joke in comedic television and film involves people getting ESP confused with ESPN, often including someone saying something along the lines of "I know these kind of things, I've got ESPN." Electronic Arts in the early 1990s used to have a faux sports network logo on their sports games called EASN, but soon changed to EA Sports after ESPN requested that they stop using it. There are at least 22 children named after the network. Criticism. ESPN has received accusations of biased coverage, conflicts of interest, and controversies with individual broadcasters and analysts. Network slogans: the Total Sports Network, the #1 sports network, all sports, all the time, America's #1 sports network, the worldwide leader in sports, competitors, a wide variety of national sports networks, as well as networks dedicated to a single sport, have surfaced in recent years. See also. Notes. Bibliography: Miller, James Andrew. Tom Shales. Those Guys Have All the Fun, Inside the World of ESPN. New York, Little, Brown and Company. ISBN A978-0-316-04300-7. External links, official website.